Now, it's definitely not the perfect situation as the Commanders head into week number 4 with the amount of injuries that's starting to pile up for this team, which is making things probably a little complicated on both sides of the ball. One area that this team has really been solid at to start the season with is their ground game, and they're ranked second in the NFL behind the Buffalo Bills, averaging 157 yards and 5.7 per carry. They got 472 yards on the year. They did a good job last week in mixing up who was going to touch the ball as far as Rodriguez, Krosky Merritt, and also Jeremy McNichols, who had that big touchdown run. So I got a chance to catch up with Jeremy McNichols to just talk about that offensive line and the blocking that they're getting from that offensive line. Josh, could you talk a little bit about the offense and just you all being able to really execute the run really well?
Obviously coaches put us in the right situations. We got all the right looks that we were looking for all week, and we were great communicating down the line, and we just executed very well.
You got your opportunity last week. Talk to me about just getting the opportunity, being out there, and what did you see in yourself last week?
First of all, it was a blessing, an absolute major opportunity for me. And I just definitely saw a lot of growth, and I saw a lot of the work that I intentionally put in this offseason come to fruition. And so that was just great, and I just look forward to growing even more and identifying vulnerabilities in my game, identifying the strengths of my game and just expressing those more.
How do you think that you've developed the most? Because he said you're taking up some space up there, but how do you think that you've grown the most in heading into this year?
Yeah, I think I've just definitely grown the most in terms of just core work, in terms of just film study, and a lot of the things in this game, as many people have mentioned time and time again, is just come with that experience and doing it over and over again, and feeling the sensation of those stunts or feeling the sensation of that specific look from a defender. And so I think I just took it upon myself to hone in on all of those things over and over and over again, and surround myself with a lot of other offensive linemen this offseason as well, to just pick their brain, grow from them, and I'm a sponge, and so I love opportunities like that.
Ben Sennett, what did you see from him last week and moving on to this week?
Yeah, nothing really surprising for me. It's what I've seen the past 2 years from Ben. Phenomenal blocker in space. He takes a lot of pride in that aspect of his game, still growing in the pass game. But like I said all along, I think he's a really good, talented player. And with John down, we needed that.
A little bit about last week, what you saw from your game last week.
I thought I did a good job. Had a great week of prep, and was able to kind of step into a role with John going down and being able to step up and play well, and I thought I did so.
Yeah, what were some of the things that you kind of noticed that you maybe tweaked a little bit last week as far as, blocking and just, how they utilized you last week?
Yeah, I thought they did a great job. Just with me and John being very different body types, we were able to kind of use me in a good way, and it was fun lining up all over the field and doing a bunch of different things. And I think just the prep is the same. I prepare like I'm starting every week just in case with football. You never know what's going to happen. So the preparation didn't change, but as far as actually getting those reps in practice, those reps in the walkthrough, I think that was the big difference for me. And going into the game, I was so confident just because of those banked reps. So, I felt great about it, and I thought they did a really good job using it.
One area that this team has really been solid at to start the season with is their ground game, and they're ranked second in the NFL behind the Buffalo Bills, averaging 157 yards and 5.7 per carry. They got 472 yards on the year. They did a good job last week in mixing up who was going to touch the ball as far as Rodriguez, Krosky Merritt, and also Jeremy McNichols, who had that big touchdown run. So I got a chance to catch up with Jeremy McNichols to just talk about that offensive line and the blocking that they're getting from that offensive line. Jeremy, with the running game, back to that, what have you been able to see in the last few weeks of this team dominating in the running game. You all are second in the NFL.
Offensive line. I wish, y'all should be interviewing those guys right now, not me. They make our jobs a lot easier, and then Cliff calls the plays, and we're able to scheme the guys up. We watch the film, we put in the work throughout the whole week, and then, those tight ends and, the receivers blocking down the field and quarterbacks, with their fakes able to take another guy out. So, it takes all 11 of us.
Back to the offensive line, since we're giving them some shout-outs. Do you see them getting better each week as far as what they're able to do up front?
Oh, yeah. That's just how it goes. I feel like the whole team, offense, defense, our coaches, quarterbacks, every position. But, yeah, that offensive line is definitely getting better, even from last year. Most of our guys are coming back from last year, and that's a unit where the more they play together and the more snaps that they get together, the better that they're going to get. And the timing as far as us and knowing how the schemes are working, it's just reps for any position is going to accumulate over time and compound over time, and you can just gain confidence and get better.
One area that they have to get better is giving up the explosive plays, which on the season they've given up 9. Coach Witt talked a little bit about that. As far as last week, it was 2 plays of 100 yards, and he said that they're averaging about 3 explosive plays that they're giving up per game, 9 on the year. He said it's something that they've got to get better. A little bit about some of the explosive plays. What is happening? Is it communication and just trusting each other? What do you think it is?
I think it's just seeing the look, just knowing what certain formations present, and just what you can get from those formations. So really just communicating what we're doing pre-snap and post-snap.
Yeah, and because Coach Witt talked a little bit about eye discipline. Is there a little bit of that also?
I think if you don't have one, you don't have any of them.
Exactly.
So communication, awareness, eye discipline, I think they all go hand in hand in allowing us to be on the right guy and cover the right person.
What do you like about the defense right now? Because last week they were really physical up front. They shut down the run. You all basically, cover-wise, did some good things. What do you see in overall from this defense that you like?
I think just all of us playing as one. The D-line, the linebackers, everybody just doing their job. And we always say pass rush and coverage go hand in hand. So the big guys got out to the quarterback a lot up front. They made our job easy, and there was, times where we covered well and just allowed them guys to get some coverage sacks. So I think we all just got to play together and just play as 11 as one. And
this week you got the Atlanta Falcons. Talk to me a little bit about some keys for them. What do you know about them?
They're a great team, man. They got a great back, great young quarterback, and some great receivers. So really just knowing our matchups, knowing what guys at, and just the little things, man. Eye discipline, communication, just fundamentals, and not try to do too much.
You look back last week, and what can you take from that last week? This run defense is starting to click. Y'all had 5 sacks last week. Could you talk a little bit about just where you see this defensive line against the run? Being that you're going to face another one this week.
Just looking at it as a whole, interior unit playing together. 2 edges, big guys in the middle do their job, and we just look at it as, especially as a DN, if I set the edge, it spills it back to them. And then I know Payne and J.K. going to get off the ball, Jay-Z, they're going to do what they do, so that's just how I look at it. It's just a whole unit playing together.
Look at this defense as far as what you were able to do as far as stopping the run, being that you got another runner this week in Robinson to stop. What are you seeing there, and what do you like about what you are doing as far as the run?
I feel like we've been moving in the right direction the whole season, just taking steps forward every game. Like you said, Robinson's a great running back, one of the best in the league. He can do it all, come out of the backfield and catch passes, run the ball well. So it's just another test for our defensive line.
Talk about physical play up front. Last week you saw it. You all were hitting hard, physical. What are you seeing that you all are doing as far as stopping the run that maybe you weren't doing before?
Yeah, for sure. Just that in general, stopping the run. Just start with us being violent, physical, and us getting off that ball. I feel like that plays a big factor in us having knockback on the line of scrimmage and I'll give a shout out to Coach Witt. He been calling them plays, so we just been executing his play calling.
Speaking of excitement, as far as special teams, as far as kickoff returns, punt returns, you all are setting the tone there. What do you like about what you all are doing there?
One thing that, DQ harp on is, playing complementary football from special teams to offense to defense. And, starting the game off with a kickoff return down to the our 30, 40-yard line and, Jay Lane getting down there and a return. It's just an energy boost for the team for sure.
How much do you enjoy doing that?
I love it for sure.
Key things this week facing Atlanta on offense.
Yeah, it's just dominate your role. We got guys out. Guys missing, whatever the case may be, but we're all here for a reason. We all got our role, and that's our jobs. Just go out there, give our best to the team.
They're going to be counting on you a lot this week.
Now, for sure, yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited for the opportunity.
What has become easier for you now that you're in the fourth week of the season on offense in what you're seeing out there?
I think I just kind of got a feel for the game now. It's a little different. But Terry, Debo, Noah, they've all been coaching me through it. Coach Ingram's done a great job just, helping me each week just try to get better and better. So I'm excited for this week.
Special teams. I was just talking to Coach Quinn about that in there a few minutes ago about just how special teams has really set the tone. And he was saying just the field position. Debo last week breaks off one. Then you take one to the house.
Yeah, we pride ourselves in, being dominant on special teams and, having great units, guys that want to go out there and, make plays for our team. That's on the coverage and return side. So, it's cool to have that just kind of mindset in the building.
When you catching the punt return, a lot of people don't understand what you're seeing. When you catch that ball, what's the first thing comes to mind? What are you seeing with your eyes as far as getting going?
I'm just trying to look for the same color jersey as me and then cut off them. They work hard going down there and, putting a body on the body. So, I'm just trying to find them and, work off a block.